Hi kids, now you are going to learn about scope of economics. What is that scope of economics? Actually, the scope of economics it refers to the subject matter of economics. So we should know about the subject matter of economics. Subject matter of economics. Economics focuses on the behavior and interactions among economic agents, individuals, and groups belong to an economic system. What are the groups? It belong to the economic system, individual, everything it have the interaction. That means in economics it will focuses on everything alone. Behavior, interaction, economic agent, individuals, and the groups which belong to the economic system. It deals with the activities such as the conception and production of goods and services and the distribution of income among the factors of production. Okay, first we should know what the person he need there. Okay, what he is lagging for there. If we are knowing that alone, we may show some effort to give that type of the production. If you are giving the production, it should be distribute and exchange in the proper place where the need of that product, that place alone we should distribute the product. After we are distributing, it will be consumed by the person. Okay, consumed by the person, that person only we are saying as a consumer. Economics studies the ways in which people use the available resources to satisfy their multiplicity of wants. Okay, so scarcity can be eliminated either by limiting the human wants or by increasing the supply of the goods. Scarcity, already I told, scarcity means lack of the goods, isn't it? When the scarcity, how we can eliminate that one, how we can avoid that one, by limiting the human wants. Whether the human wants it will be limited there? No, not at all. But what they are saying, we should limit the human wants. Otherwise, we can do another thing. What the another thing? We may increase the supply of the goods. By through this alone, we may avoid the scarcity. Economics is concerned with activities of human being only. Okay, economics it is concerned with the human being. We are saying how it is concerned with the human beings. What the human beings, that means already I told you, in each and every place the culture it will differ, the habit of the person it will differ. That means which type of the product it will be sold in that particular place, that only we can able to give the production. So we should know about the human beings activity. According to that alone we can able to give any production. For example, I may say about the North India and South India itself. We may take that South India, the basic food is the rice. North India, the basic food is the wheat, isn't it? When we are selling the any product regarding the rice to the North India, whether we will get any that means we can able to sell anything there? No, not at all, isn't it? Same like that, if you are selling wheat in the South India, wheat products in the South India, whether we may get the profit there? No, not at all. That means where we should know about the activities of the human being, according to that alone we should give the production also. The activities of rational or normal human beings are the subject matter of the economics. All human activities related to wealth constitute the subject matter of economics. All the human activities it related to the wealth alone, isn't it? Everyone, all the activities it is relating to the wealth. That means without the money we can't be able to buy anything. It may be the economic activity, otherwise a non-economic activity. That means human activity fully it is not related to the wealth, we may say. When you are going to purchase anything, that time alone the wealth we need, but in all the time we don't want the wealth there. That means non-economic activities also is there, isn't it? Non-economic activities means which are the things we may say here. Mother's child to the care. Okay, mother's child care to the child, and we may say that means when the doctor is treating the patient. Okay, this all the types it will come under the non-economic activities. Now we will move on to the economics is an art and science. Economics actually there was so much of the confusion that whether it is an art, otherwise a science, both only. Economics is a art as well as the science. When we are using anything in that means in the practical manner, whatever the thing we are thinking there and we are using in the practical manner, it comes under the art. Okay, that means our knowledge we are not showing only in the paper wise there. Okay, and without doing any research we are as it is we are implementing, that is called as art. For example, business, one person when he is doing the business, what is doing there practically is giving the products and is selling in that place. So it is an art, when he is selling the products, it is an art alone. Okay, and it is a science when it is a science when we are doing some research about that product. That means before selling the goods, what we are doing there, whether the product it will be sold in that place or not, it will sell out in that place or not. Okay, like that they are doing the research. For example, I may say in some places they are going to start some market. Okay, if they are starting the market where the bus stand is there, where the railway station is there, definitely the market, the products, it will sold out. But if they are same market they are launching in the out of the city, whether it will the products it will sold out, means no, it's not possible. That means before selling the product, what they're doing, that means before doing the business, they are doing some research, they are collecting the data. That means when we are collecting the data, it comes under a science. Okay, when we are practically applying our knowledge to achieve our goals, it is called as an art. When we are doing the systematic study of our knowledge, it is called as a science. Okay, economics examines the relationship between the causes and the effects of the problem. Economics actually what it's doing there, it examines the relationship between the causes of the problem as well as the effect of the problem. So only we are saying this one as an art and the science. Economics, it is a positive science as well as a normative science. Positive science deals with what it is means. It analyzes a problem on the basis of facts and examines its causes. For example, at the time of a price increase, its causes are analyzed. If the one of the product, already I told this example, nowadays the tomatoes price it was increased. What they are doing, they are analyzing why the price it increased on that tomato. Why? Because of the production, because of the lack of the production. Okay, one thing is lack of the production, another thing is transport facility is not there. Due to that alone, the product, that means the tomato rate, it was increased. That means they are doing some analysis. That analyzing the problem alone we are saying as a positive science. Normative science respond to a question like what ought to be. What ought to be means the conclusions and results are not based on facts but on different consideration belong to the social, cultural, political and religious beliefs. They are basically subjective in nature. In short form, we may say as the positive science is concerned with the how and why, but normative science with what ought to be. That means what we may do for that one. Now already I told the price it increased. We are saying for what purpose it increased only. We are doing the research, that is called as a positive science. To avoid that price increase, what we may do, that is called as a normative science. Okay, can you able to understand that? In the positive science means what? If the one of the products price it increased means what they are doing there, why it increased, how it is increased only they are doing the research. But in the normative science what they are doing, what we may do to avoid that increase of that production. Okay, increase of the price of the production, that price of the production it increased, no, for that purpose what we may do, what the solution for that one, to avoid the, otherwise to reduce the price of the product. Okay, positive economics, an increase in money supply implies a price rise in an economy. As the irrigation facilities and application of chemical fertilizers expand, the production of food grains it increased. An increase in the birth rate and a decrease in the death rate reflect the rate of the growth of population. Normative economics. Inflation is better than deflation. Yes, inflation means increasing the price level. Deflation means decreasing the price level. So always inflation is better than the deflation. More production of luxury goods is not good for a less developed country. For the less developed country, we don't need the luxurious goods, isn't it? Only we need the basic goods, sir. Inequalities in the distribution of wealth and incomes should be reduced. What it should be do there? Inequality in the distribution of wealth. Yes, in our country itself, the rich people, they are more rich, and the poor people, they are more poor. That means the lack of the distribution of wealth here, isn't it? So we should make that there should be avoid the inequality in the distribution of the wealth.